Here we go. Listen, you're the wrong one.
Nah.
Yeah, it's been established, proven by science.
Nope.
All right, you guys ready?
Yes.
Yes.
So welcome everybody to this week's edition of the Squatchable podcast, where we look at some Bigfoot stories from the week. Joining me as always from the sunny slopes of Tennessee, Nikki, how are you?
Doing good. How are you?
Not bad. Not
Just
bad.
happy to be here.
We're all excited to be here. And joining us, fresh from an arm wrestling competition with the Cajun Rougarou, Colonel Chubbs. Chubbs, welcome to the show.
Greetings to everyone.
How are you doing, Chubbs?
I'm doing okay. I did not win the arm wrestling contest, but I'm okay.
I was about to ask if you won.
No, can't beat that.
He's being modest. Of course he won. Now, if you enjoy Chubbs or Nikki, you may enjoy the badly drawn misadventures of two Bigfoot. Head on over to Facebook and Bigfooting with Keith and Colin, where this week I have not a clue what's going to happen. I had 2 weeks there of good ideas, the confused werewolf, the hipster vampire, and now got nothing. I will think of something by the end of tomorrow. I always do. So, without further ado, I am your host, Richard Allen, and let's just jump into it. Our first story is perhaps the worst hoax I've seen recently on Bigfoot. Let's watch it, shall we? It's 30 seconds long. I'm going to bigalize it. I'm going to go ahead and switch the audio off because nobody can hear it.
Yeah, we
So
could.
they're looking at their flare. You can see there's a little white blob there. It's approaching the side of the road. Look, there we go. There we go. Oh, such a costume, Squatch. Such a costume.
It is absolutely a... Look at that. He looks like he's in like a yellow hazmat suit.
Yeah, it's just vintage hoax right there. Guys, what were your feelings on that video?
It was a yellow hazmat suit.
There's a yellow hazmat suit, Chubbs.
I like that they go as far to bring back the "what was that" line. Like, I have a young child who knows what a Bigfoot is just from insurance commercials. So I like how they act like they have no idea what it could be. And then the camera switches to the guy in the back. Like, good editing for 20 seconds.
Yeah, they did a good job.
Effort was made. Give it a watch, guys. It's 30 seconds long. The link's in the description. It is awful. Our next video is another one that's pretty terrible. I'm not going to lie. This is Bigfoot loudly pushes tree from Colorado Bigfoot. He's zooming in. He zooms in. And you hear a loud noise. He starts whistling. He saw a Bigfoot.
Supposedly.
It's on camera, supposedly.
I like how he keeps zooming in to something that's not even there. There it is.
Yeah.
But he was filming a completely different direction. So the way that they think is that they've caught two Bigfoots.
Exactly.
They're like, we were filming this one Bigfoot, and the other one decided that he was gonna, throw the direction off. So crap, we didn't catch the first Bigfoot, and there's the second one. Nope, we didn't catch that one either.
This is a bit of the video that amuses me. Because in a sec, you're going to see his friend walk off towards the Bigfoot. He doesn't have a camera. He doesn't have a gun. What is the point?
He's white. I would have done the same thing. I would have been like, let me go see what's up, Bigfoot. How you doing?
Yeah. Oh, I think he's got a gun. Maybe he'll go
Is he gonna go shoot Bigfoot like in Strange Wilderness? Just like, oh shit.
That team makes that movie.
He hung himself.
But yeah, Colorado Bigfoot, well, really proving to us why him just should go away, because that is an awful video. It didn't show anything. Guys, any other thoughts?
I do. I've been watching Colorado Bigfoot for a while, and if you go back like 3 years, he would just go film, and I like the scenery, and he didn't give like his straight up opinion or tell you what it was. There was some impossible structures, and I give him credit that he would walk for 5 miles deep into nothing, and he was big into it, and it was good. But lately, like, cloaking and vortexes come up, and like he really, I don't know, say went off the rails, but it's kind of sad because you want people who are going to go out there and like put the time in, and but now, and it's in the end of that video where he'll say, well, that's a grave, and doesn't tell you how he knows, but it's a grave, and then everything's a structure and everything. So I want to say it's kind of a warning of like, don't end up doing that. Like,
Don't be gimmicky. Like,
yeah,
just be genuine.
yeah,
Matthew Johnson syndrome. That's
exactly.
what I call that.
Yeah.
You start off relatively normal, you end up a madman talking absolute crap.
Oh, and he would throw up the famous, well, I do know what's going on, but I just can't show you. One of those, and it's like, yeah, and you're like, okay, well.
When's your book coming out?
The Emperor's New Clothes. Only stupid people don't know what's happening.
Right.
It's classic. Anyway, so enough of that stuff. On to my highlight video.
I love this video. I subscribe to these guys. I know that they don't generally always do things with cryptids. I was looking at the rest of their list.
Yeah,
interesting.
I watched a bunch of their videos after I watched this one because I fell in love with these two.
They have such a great chemistry. Obviously, they're married, but like you can tell that they're just vibing together. I loved listening to them talk. I actually learned a lot.
Yeah,
about Swedish cryptids.
Swedish cryptids, big cats in England. They covered the Sykes project for Bigfoot. I absolutely loved this video. I cannot tell you how much I enjoyed this. After those first two, I'm not going to lie, I was like, oh, it's going to be one of those weeks. And then I hit this video, and I'm just like, oh, absolutely amazing. Most of their videos are like 20 minutes long tops. It's worth it. It's just worth it because they have just such a good chemistry, like Nikki said. And, they present the facts in an unbiased way. They're really unbiased. They ride the fence. And it's just good. It's just absolutely good. I loved this video. I loved it so much.
I want to see whatever movie he talks about the naked woman who, like, she's naked full frontal, but when she turns around, it's just the empty hollow of, like, a tree.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, where's that movie? Give that to me.
It's Willow Creek, I think.
Is it? Huh.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to tell because he said the name in Swedish, so I was just like, huh? But yeah. But yeah, it's they go on to talk about like quite a few in their area and how was it 1956?
Well,
yeah.
Do they?
Well, there you go.
They are originally Swedish, but they live somewhere in England. What I picked up from this, they dispute the UK Bigfoot thing several times, which, as you know, I'm a big fan of. If there's one thing I cannot stand, it's the UK Bigfoot theory. There are no Bigfoot here.
She asked him if there are any. He goes, no, there's not enough trees.
There's not enough trees. That's absolutely correct. I mean, we've only got two large forests, Kelder Forest and the New Forest. The others are just like woods. The Forest of Dean isn't that big. There's not enough area for a large primate to hide in. I don't care. Fight me. Come to my house and fight me if you want. But nah, UK Bigfoot is the delusions of a madman. We've got more than enough cryptids. We've got the Loch Ness Monster. We've got big cats. Big cats might actually exist. So we've got that over everyone else. Our cryptid might actually be a reality. It makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, when in the 70s, when they introduced the new pet laws, a lot of people just released their animals into the wild. And the habitat could support like lynx, panthers, Bengal tigers, anything that's used to cold weather could survive here. There's more than enough deer and more enough livestock. Big cats, I go thumbs up. But Bigfoot, nah, absolutely not. We've gone off topic here. I love this video. Sorry.
Yeah, and they go to talk about how American Bigfoot is, what did they say, the origin is probably Canada.
Yeah.
They mentioned Canada. They said
Yeah.
they made a boot joke. Cheap shot at Canada there. Love it. Can't trust a country that's half French. That's my motto.
Well, I'll say I love the video. It was a breath of fresh air that they just quickly give an overview with the facts, starting in like the 50s with the Terry Crews story, and then they don't throw their opinions out. They'll joke like, I don't think it's real, and they'll move on real quick. So it's nice. They don't sit on it. They just, here it is, and make a little light of it, but don't trash it. So I did enjoy it.
Yeah, check these guys out. They're great.
Yeah. It's 20 minutes long. It did not feel like 20 minutes.
No, it didn't.
No.
I really enjoyed it. The link is in the description. They're called the Mustards. Give them a thumbs up or a subscription because they are awesome. And they are Squatchable approved. We move on now to another low point.
I love the beginning of this video.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of random, like, those definitely probably aren't Bigfoot things. Just, you know.
Mm.
Like, here's some twigs. That's scary.
This isn't a low point. I don't mind the first bit. You know, Arkansas Bigfoot, he starts giving us the lowdown, starts telling us about his area and stuff. And then, you know, he shows the video and he's like, oh, well, we caught the apple snitch. You'll be able to see him take all 3 apples. This is a lie.
Yeah, spoilers, you don't see anything.
You get a black screen, and then at the very end, you get like an arm appear and grab 1 apple.
And it looks like a chimp arm. Like maybe he has a monkey at home that he just doesn't, because it does, the way that the arm like goes out and the way that it reaches for it looks like maybe someone just held up a chimpanzee and was like, take the apple.
I mean,
you can grab it.
You can't prove, you can't disprove that video by itself. You're just like, well, you know, you can't go either way on that. But it's the video afterwards that makes this such an awful video for me. Because after you watch the Bigfoot grabbing the apple, he of course goes to this one where Junior says hello. Apparently Junior is the name of the Bigfoot. And it's obviously some dude walking about in the back area. Yeah, he zooms in. You see him several times. And you're like, what's going on here, man? Why are you doing this? You know what? I'm just going to zoom ahead to that. Yeah, because look, you can see like on the preview, it's just a blank screen. Blank screen, blank screen, blank screen. Here you go.
There's not, yeah, it's like barely.
This is the apple bit. There's the apple. You know. And it just fit. If I was in charge of editing this, I would have made this like 5 seconds long.
Right.
Like, here's the barrel. Here's the apple. Watch the Bigfoot hand. Look, there it goes. Obvious, you know. And he picks the apple up.
No, I don't want to see it again.
No, I don't, because it's like 3 minutes long. Well, it's literally a minute. And then, of course, you know, we zoom ahead to this video. They're just walking up to their quote-unquote gifting station. And you do get several... we've watched videos like this where there's nothing going on. There is something going on in this video.
Yeah, but it's so far away that you can tell someone's lumbering around back there, but that's it. Like they seem to be swaying almost. Like it could be a person, it could be a precariously placed tree. I don't know.
And what annoys me the most about this sequence is the bad edits. You know, most people manage to go from one scene to edit their videos so it goes from one scene to another without making it super obvious. But there are several parts in this where it's looking one direction and then suddenly it's looking at another. And you're just like, oh, what did you cut out? The bit where the guy in the suit trips over and goes, my leg. I mean...
It's true.
Here we go. I mean, he's looking around,
There'll be a white circle.
No, before that. Before the white circle, you can see someone wandering around back there. Because I watched this several times. Disbelief.
And then he never fully centers on it. Hey,
No,
there's
he
a Phil
doesn't.
in the background. Hey, Phil.
Yeah, he didn't feel up to doing the show. We miss you. We hope you get better.
We do miss you. I hope you feel better very soon.
Yep.
But yeah, he never fully centers on it. He just leaves it off to the left, even whenever he's like, oh, look at that.
And if you feel like doing a breakdown of the very first Bigfoot video we showed tonight, feel free. There you go. Moving around in the background there. And look there. That's a bad edit right there.
And here on Squatchables, we know all about bad editing.
We do. We're known for it. And yeah, so this is it. You see someone wandering around in the background. There we go. He's put a white circle around this one. Look, he's tree peeking. Apparently. Why is he focusing there? There.
Yeah, it should be right in the center of the screen. If you see something, you would think that you would put it center instead of nope. Unless he was in it, unless he did a voiceover and was like, I didn't notice it until afterwards, then I would understand. But
no.
It's just
no. Yep. So this one gets a firm thumbs down from me. Chubbs, what did you think?
The red flag for me was that you could tell he took a lot of time to put the video together, music and the words were put in. But one, like you said, you got a lot of sketchy editing. And if they are into Bigfoot as much as they say and have the situation they have, it's funny that the bucket scene is like a very low flashlight pointed at it when they could get a trail cam maybe, or just
something, because they made such a big deal about saying we've got footage of the apple snitch, the guy who stole all 3 apples, and they don't.
Right. You can barely see anything, and you get the famous circle. You have to circle something.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a red flag. So yeah, I find it sketchy. You did a lot of editing and you put music and voiceover, but then you edit it weird and you can't see anything, so it doesn't match up.
Absolutely. Chubbs nails it. So for our final video of the night, we have this. I don't think this is a bad video. It's just honest. It's apparently a 911 recording of a homeless couple reporting seeing... Well, they never say Bigfoot. They just say a large, hairy thing wandering about in the woods. This is a homeless couple that live in tents, I would assume, out in the woods. And for some reason, they see something big and hairy and feel the need to call the police.
That's an 8-minute long video.
It is 8 minutes.
And my thing is I could be misunderstanding what she said for 8 minutes, but it sounded like they're camping and like they're staying in the woods, right? But Bigfoot runs across the street where the light is. So how, if you're deep in the forest, by the way, look at this, devoured a whole deer carcass and then took off, scream, screech, and took off across the street. However, later on it says it carried the deer carcass off into the woods, but it just ate the whole deer carcass, right in front of them.
Right.
But it also carried the carcass off into the woods, but also ran across the street where the light was.
Well, I had to make itself visible.
Well, why would you eat an entire carcass, which it says, and then carry the rest of it across the street? I mean, if it ate the whole thing, then there wouldn't be really anything except for bones to take with you. Secondly, if you're far into the woods, why would you have a street? I don't know. I'm not saying that they're crazy, and they could have very well seen something. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I mean, she was pretty chill, which doesn't mean anything because a lot of people are very calm in that kind of situation. And she did say she wasn't going to go check it out. However, later on, it says that the police got there and there was no sign of anybody. So, I mean, they could have packed up their crap and left because they were freaked out. That's very much a thing that could have happened. Or it could have just been someone who, saw some stuff. Like, I don't know, maybe they were taking some shrooms up in the woods. Or,
I don't know.
I'm not saying just shrooms. It could be a plethora of things for them to have, or for her to have seen what she saw. But the story didn't match up. It's an 8-minute long call. It's actually really interesting. I'm just like, did she see something, or was she sleep deprived? I mean, if you're homeless and you live in the woods, I'm sure you're not getting the best amount of sleep. And when you're sleep deprived, you could very easily hallucinate things.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Anything to add, Chubbs?
Yeah, actually, I got a question. This story, am I wrong, or is this almost the same story that brought Rick Dyer into the woods behind Home Depot?
It's fairly similar, yeah.
That's what Phil just said. It's the precursor to the Bigfoot kill story. And I was reading in the comment section of this video actually, and they did say that.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. I'm like, wait a minute, this sounds familiar, and it might be totally different, and it happens to be similar. But that's what I thought. I'm like, isn't that what started shooting Bigfoot, like that whole deal? But either way,
Which is a good show.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just gonna say it's a good TV show. I like shooting Bigfoot. Don't believe any of it, but it's a good one.
Yeah, didn't it turn out to be a dummy or something?
What, the Hank hoax? It's Rick Dyer. He's not even. I don't even consider him a hoaxer anymore, to tell you the truth. Anyone that's daft enough to give him money these days deserves to lose it.
He was like a carnival guy, and he took everybody he took their money. he knew what he was doing.
We all warned him. We always the Georgia hoax, the other hoax. He's a con man, and they wouldn't listen. So I don't consider him a hoaxer anymore. He's just Rick Dyer. He made a video last year saying, I'm going to reveal the truth about Bigfoot. So, when he comes back, it will be another line of bullshit. He'll try and take your money. Don't give him your money. If you do give him money, you deserve to lose it.
Yeah, when you have to pull your Bigfoot in a trailer behind a carnival.
Yeah.
It kind of says something there.
Oh, the Hank hoax. What a laugh.
Those were good times.
We all had a good laugh. That'll wrap us up for this week.
That was actually a good week. I actually enjoyed every video in its own way.
Yeah.
I
did not enjoy the first two.
Listen, those were crappy, but at the same time, they were under a minute, or they were like right at a minute and a half or whatever. So I can deal with a 2-minute long video that's crappy than say a 13 long video that's crappy. And then the ones that were longer were actually engaging.
Yeah.
Yeah, that podcast with the couple I adored.
Yeah, I immediately subscribed to them. I was just like, yes, these are my kind of people, and their videos have really good titles. They're, I don't know.
They're not all strictly Fortean, but if you just want a good podcast, they are really good. Speaking of 40 go and give the 40 Slip like page a like if you haven't already done so. Get it up to 30,000.
Yeah.
Chubbs,
Yes.
any movie reviews?
Well, yeah. Wednesday, I have the Anthony Michael Hall classic Johnny Be Good. But tonight at 8 o'clock, I'm going live with a special guest, and we're talking about Godzilla.
Heck
So
yeah.
if anybody
Which
wants
one?
to, all of it from 54 to the next one. So
You're not covering the awful New York one, are you?
we're gonna run over all of them, even if we just mention it and say don't watch that. But it's just a retrospective of the King of the Monsters. So if anybody wants to come live and jump in, ask us anything, come to my channel.
Is that 8 Central?
Yes, I'm on Central Time.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify for everybody else. I was assuming, but you never know.
Yeah.
That's what, neg 6 GMT? There you go. Just in case that's how you remember.
All right, that'll wrap us up for this week. We will return next week. Despite the hopes of many, it's good night from me, and it's good night from them.
Night, everybody.
Good night.